Hey guys, it's me, Crazen. Oh boy, it's been a hot minute since I have done a video, which is, oh wow. So, I'm bringing you a speed paint, which is fun. What's going on here is that I created a digital piece for my SCAD portfolio because I am signing up for a scholarship for a summer seminar at SCAD, and you know, it's like $2,000, I think it's over that, to be able to attend one of these summer seminars in Savannah, Georgia. And you know, SCAD is a very important and prominent art school, and that's where I'd like to go, so I gotta try to impress. But you have no idea how many hours I have spent on this, and at the end of the day, it didn't come out as I'd like, but you know, at the end of the day, I still got it done, and I'm pleased with it. I don't know if I'm just too critical on myself, or if I have just looked at it too long to where I'm like just over it and I don't like it anymore. So I had a really hard time doing the line art and stuff because I'm usually into using a crown option, like a crayon, I don't know how to say it, but I like to use a wax pencil when it comes to lining my art, because I like how that feels and I can feel loosey-goosey with it. So I had to change it up and I had to do actual line art with like nice pens and all that stuff. But I've been using Sketch Club on my iPad, excuse me, for who knows how long. So I've got to be really quiet, by the way. I hope this doesn't sound weird like ASMR, but it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I haven't slept at all because I've been working on this. Like, I'm recording the audio like after I just finished this like an hour ago. So I'm pumping this stuff out. So anyway, I struggled so much with color schemes, and that's something that I'd like to finally, you know, like learn if I do get accepted into one of the seminar things. I'd like to learn more about color theory and how to create compelling surroundings and characters because of the color. And it's kind of frustrating. I think it said I worked on this thing, quote unquote, for 29 hours. I don't know if I did or not, but it would be nice if I could, you know, cut that down, because it was really frustrating trying to come up with colors. And you can see here, you can see here that I'm trying to create a color scheme. Yeah, but I keep on changing it. I'm watching the video as I speak. So, I haven't done a voiceover in a super long time, and so it's weird. But yeah, see, what ended up happening is I had to redo the line art entirely because I wasn't happy with it. It didn't look very crisp. It looked just really thick and unprofessional, really rushed. So I had to go back and I used a darker color. What I had done is I had used the orange because I was like, oh hey, I can change the colors later. I can filter it and, you know, change it up just in case I don't like the said color. And I couldn't, and I was just not digging the line art. It didn't look as professional as I was hoping it to be. So I ended up just having to redo it entirely. And I'm glad that I did, because I would have been much more horrified if I didn't fix it. So I'm glad that I did. So after this all lines, we're gonna go back to me struggling with the color scheme. And like, I can see it like slowly forming together. I tried to use like randomly generated color palettes, but I had a specific idea in mind, but it didn't convey onto the paper, or yeah, the paper in this case, kind of, not really, the tablet in this case. But I think that's one thing that artists do. They look at their art and kind of just are very unimpressed and unhappy with it, because again, it didn't turn out the way they wanted it to because they had an idea in their brain. So they automatically hate something that isn't worthy of the hatred that is thrust upon this illustration by their illustrator. Because, you know, we're very critical. All you artists out there who are super critical, stop it. But yeah, I'm proud of this piece. I was wanting to make the mermaid originally. I was wanting to make her of color because I thought that would have been really pretty and that skin tone would have looked really nice, but I ended up changing it to look more ethereal. Not really ethereal. I don't think we're using that word correctly. To where it looked more like a monster kind of thing. Not a monster either. Supernatural? No. Mythical. I think that's the word I'm looking for. To look more mythical. Well, I'm not doing it in the right now, but you'll see in the future that I end up changing her skin tone entirely. I change it to a pink and I do a gradient. I'm spoiling the future video. So this column right here, it's a column with all the barnacles and the shelf, like the mushroom shelf kind of thing. I wanted to use it to make it look like there's some perspective going on. I don't know if I achieved that well. I think I did personally. It's always a good start because I still consider myself a very amateur. I am not at all professional. As much as I'd like to be, at least. And I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to figure out perspective and how to make my pieces look more complete and put together and adult-like. So yeah, here's me struggling with colors again. These coral things over here, the ones that I'm coloring right now, bothered me so much because I really liked the pink color. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But then I felt like I had too much coral colors going on because all this random coral is all pink, the sand's all pink, and I felt like I did, excuse me, don't mind me. Oh my gosh, I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I have a friend sleeping over tonight, and she's in my bedroom, so I'm hiding in the bathroom right now recording this video at like, was it 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock? I don't even know, and I can't check because I'm recording audio. But excuse me, I'm getting sick, I'm tired, I'm just having a trip. But that coral, oh yeah, you can see now, you can see me coloring the mermaid. I was trying to talk about the coral. The coral was so annoying because I loved the pink, but I didn't want to make it seem like I was overusing pink because it isn't under Seascape, and I was wanting to go for like a bottom of the sea kind of thing to where I wanted more blue in the situation, but I ended up just kept gravitating towards pink and corals and yellows and purples, and I just like pastels and it hurts me. This tree in the background as well. I was so close to just scrapping it all together, but what really just happened is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was so hyped about this drawing in the beginning, and I was feeling it. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is right up my element. I'm really excited to do this. And then it finally kind of just, I don't know, I just got really tired of it. I felt like I had just burnt myself out trying to draw this before a deadline. And I don't know, I didn't like the tree thingy, but I ended up keeping it because I think it was because I was too lazy to fix it. But here you can see me putting a blue gradient on everything, trying to make it look more like under the sea, which I'm glad that I did because in my opinion it made it look so much better. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the video, so thank you for listening to Ramble. I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye!